I like a good charred hot dog.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to be burnt.
And
How do you eat that? Is it with mustard?
Or I put it in the microwave
Spicy
until
mustard.
it completely explodes.
I don't microwave them either. It gives it that weird outside skin thing.
Yeah.
It's not charred. It's just like
Right. Just
weird.
kind of shriveled up.
Yeah. Scares me.
I mean, and then you put the condiments in the fucking cracks in the hot dog.
And you don't even need a bun anymore.
Want for having some conversation with Steven and Twan. Questioning the whole universe and history of man. Saturday on Sunday, we're gonna make it through. Speak at It's a Saturday on Sunday.
And welcome back to the Saturday on Sunday podcast where we drag the can. I'm Steven.
I'm Twan.
And I'm Jake.
Or am I Jake?
Or it could be.
Jake.
I'm a Jake variant.
If we're going based on what
I'm
our
not
shirts,
Jake, guys. We're different people.
tell them at work.
You know, I had somebody stop, or I went to a gas station, and somebody's like, "Hey, didn't you go to Garfield?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I went to Garfield." He's like, "Oh, like in like 2007 or 2008?" I'm like, "No,
No, I did not.
different one." I don't know.
Same this.
Right.
Different.
We have similar areas.
Different this.
That's just a weird way to say it. And then
Yeah.
people think, like, what areas are the same?
Right.
I don't know all the areas.
Well,
I don't
half,
check those.
half of me is robot monkey. So.
I mean,
Are you telling me that you have never stand there and fully compared yourself to Jake?
no, it's not like we're twins or anything like that. We would want to compare that kind of stuff. And as he just said, half of them's robot, and I only have like select robot parts.
Definitively half of him is robot.
Yeah, I mean the lower half is completely robot.
Like I definitely can't
but-
walk through that machine from Loki.
Right. But
Speaking
parts
of
of his
that.
upper half are robot. Who knows?
It's funny because they said that he couldn't walk through there, it would disintegrate, and then they ended up being robots. in
Right.
Control.
I mean, that's the whole ongoing theory is like, oh, it's got to be a robot. It's got to be fucking, what's her name? The time
Yeah, the little fucking
clock.
Yeah.
Miss whatever. I had it in my head earlier. but
Minutes?
Miss Minutes. I don't know.
Who knows? We're talking about Loki still. We can't fucking stop.
Right.
Right.
If you haven't seen the new episode, you should check it out. It's fucking
Right,
sweet.
it's great.
It's great. I can't wait till Wednesday. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my day off too.
Oh, man. It's
There's
the
a new season of
conclusion.
Dave out too.
Oh, yeah. I started watching that.
Yeah.
That fucking gets weird.
I
I'm
haven't
like,
I haven't watched any of the new
questionable.
shit. I heard it was a lot different than the original
Yeah.
ones, but
Yeah, I mean, like, I've only watched the first couple episodes of it, but I feel like anything that Benny Blanco is in just gets weird. It gets
I
to
mean,
that weird, fucking,
yeah.
like, this is questionable. Should I be watching this?
but I mean whatever. I like the
No.
original. Like I like the first stuff, so
Right.
I have to check it out.
I haven't watched any of it yet, and I need to.
It's good. Like, if you're a fan of Little Dicky at all, like, you
Yeah, it's
like his
funny.
rapping, you think it's funny, then
It's
like,
his
you'd
rapping
love it.
just on video.
Right.
Right.
Like it's funny.
I mean, I go and I watch all his like Freestyle Friday or
Yeah.
whatever, Sway in the Morning freestyle stuff.
Yeah, that
It's pretty
stuff's
great.
good. Yeah, he's pretty. He's good.
Yeah.
And it's like he doesn't want to be like when they were like, yeah, but you're not like a rapper. You're just like a you're
Right.
and he's like, the fuck?
Oh yeah.
No, I am
I
a
mean,
rapper.
like, you know, if I ever started a rap career, you know, people wouldn't take me seriously.
If you do comedy rap, you have to like be good at it.
Right.
You
yeah.
have to like lyrically and just like delivery have to be good.
Right.
Because comedy rap is usually pretty fucking stupid.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be intelligent. It can't just be some dumb, stupid shit. I mean,
Right.
sometimes it is, and people like that. But like the majority of the folk,
yeah.
if it's comedy rap, if you're not coming with some heat,
Right.
it's just gonna get shut off.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for in your comedy rap. Because
Yeah.
it's like, The Lonely Island have quality, funny raps that are good. But then
Right.
they also have raps that are like, you know...
But
They're,
see, I like their
on purpose.
I like
do
their-
you
I-
like sports.
That's.
Right.
I was just about to talk about that. Like, I like their ironically bad
Right.
stuff.
Right. They
Because
know they're doing it bad.
The thing is, lyrically, they're not bad. They're just presented in like this
Right.
stereotypical like
Yeah.
bad rapper.
Hey, we like sports, and we don't care who knows. Okay?
Right. Like, imagine if like a professional rapper like seriously rapped those lyrics.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, that's kind of dope. It's stupid, or like, you know, the context and
Right.
everything is kind of silly, but it's like, wow, you know,
Yeah, they didn't put it in any format that was like,
right,
you know, good, but like it's funny because it's ironically bad. Like
right.
they did it on purpose.
So if you hear any of my raps, they're just ironically
Yeah,
bad.
they're ironically bad. He's doing that on purpose.
like,
Right.
they're not supposed to be good. I mean, some of them are try to be good, but
I guess that's what
know
you would
they're
say
bad.
about anything. If anybody ever says like, "Oh, you know, your music is shit" or your art is shit, you
Right.
just tell them it's ironically bad.
right.
It was
I
on
did that on
purpose.
purpose.
I feel like everything that I do is just ironically bad.
That's my
Yeah.
whole life.
You see what I'm working with? I look ironically
That's what
bad.
your mom told you when you were upset about looking like you
Right.
do. Your mom's like, "You're ironically bad." I
Right.
did that on purpose.
Right.
Made you that way.
Why do you think that I made all three of you look exactly the same?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Joke's on me, I guess.
I just put you guys at different heights, and that's it.
Right.
Copy paste.
It's like I just decided to make you just like progressively shorter.
Right.
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, not
Shit
much
happens.
shorter.
No, he's not like tiny.
Right.
Yeah, at least you got your hair.
Dick.
That's upsetting.
That's a low blow.
My hair looks like this though.
I was just
You
wondering,
have it though.
Yeah.
did you put on the hat because I didn't have a hat?
No, I missed it from last time.
Yeah, like I was just wondering because like I came in without a hat.
Like,
Steven
no.
didn't have a hat. You were like, "Nah, hell no."
Somebody's got to have a hat.
There's got to
on.
be.
There's got to be a
somebody with
hat in the episode.
I mean, you know, it's got to have some.
How do
kind
they
of-
know it's actually me if I'm not wearing this hat?
There's got to be some kind of continuity. They had no idea what was you.
Especially if I'm wearing this shirt.
No?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they left all these comments like, "Who the hell's that in the back?"
Especially if I'm
Yeah, because my voice is
Right.
not my own at all.
But if I'm wearing this shirt and you also don't have a hat, then people are like, "Now I don't know what the fuck's going on."
a whole new
that-
lineup?
Is Jacob sitting in the front again? Because we can't
How did
give
he
him
get
a mullet
hair?
again.
I went back to silver in my hair. You can barely see it, but it's silver.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Took forever. Almost lost it again.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
many times did you bleach it?
Well, I only bleached it once
Oh, okay.
because it was already bleached from before.
Oh, right.
So I just added another layer of bleach, and that was all right. It turned it like a real like bright yellow,
Yeah.
and then I put some purple shampoo on it, like while it was dry, and just let that purple shampoo sit for fucking I don't know, maybe an hour,
Oh, okay.
and then I washed it out, and it was all gray.
Yeah.
So it was cool,
Right.
easy peasy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I decided to re-bleach and re-dye my hair.
yeah.
I'm like, I went with the like blonde tips on the top for a little while. I'm like, you know what?
It's time to go back.
Time to go back. I mean, I like having the colored hair, but it's a pain in the ass to keep up on.
Yeah.
So, you know, who knows how long it's going to be.
Yeah, you either gotta live with that faded color, or you gotta just wait till it grows out, or
Right.
go back to it. Like dyeing your hair brown is just boring. So
Yeah. So I watched a bunch of NoFX videos, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm going
Fuck
back.
Fuck it.
I'm going back.
Fat Mike time.
I like those earrings.
Thanks.
Just looking at them, and I was like, I want those.
Yeah, I got them from the fucking Deals guy, Tom Deals, at the Hartville Flea Market.
Nice. Yeah, they're cool. I like red. That's
Yeah.
my thing.
I'm like, I decided to wear red earrings with red shoes. You guys can't see it, but I'm a clown. You know.
You should have worn the red nose.
Right. But then I can't show off my new nose ring.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can see that from that
Right.
far away. I'm assuming they're all watching them on the phone.
Yeah, so...
If anybody puts us on your TV, shrink us down. We're not that good looking.
Right. What's wrong with you?
But if you are, you might be able to see my nose ring, which is a whole lot smaller than the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely less of a gap there.
Right.
So
So
that's
pretty
all they
small.
saw on the last episode.
yeah,
Like,
that's it. Just a
just-
ring.
They saw that
Like,
ring and then they went, "Who the fuck's in the back behind that ring?"
Right. The light reflecting off the ring is just blind.
You can walk through it.
Feels
But yeah,
a
it's
lot
like-
better.
Does.
Feels a lot less irritated
Yeah.
now that it doesn't have a ring flipping around.
Yeah, it's not just like movable.
Oh, yeah.
I never liked that. Like when something like like when I put the
Right.
big septum ring in and it would like bounce off my face. I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is stupid. Who does this?
Right.
Bulls.
But I was like, after I put it in, I'm like, oh, man. I'm going to go through my jewelry box and look for jewelry to put in my lip ring because, you know, that's still open and, you know, I'm a kid again. So
I'm still young, damn it.
it's like, but like I put a ring in it and it pushed out all like the dead skin and
Oh.
shit in there. It's like,
That's fun.
Well, that's fucking gross. But then I ended up just taking it out anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
Hey,
It's
at least
only
you
cool
cleaned
for
it
Cleaned
out.
it out.
Right.
But, you know.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like, just randomly reinserting
Right.
old piercings and remembering a better time. No. I wouldn't say better time.
Right.
I'm
different
Remembering
time.
a time.
it was definitely different.
Man, you know. Whatever happened to pop punk? That's
I
what
mean,
MGK does now.
and say Cancer's trying to take a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sad.
they're trying to bring it back, but
Yeah.
will it ever be what it was when we had it?
I don't
No.
know.
Like a damn sociopath, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, I still listen to Green Day all the time.
Yeah.
See, now, like,
People won't
Old
consider
school.
them pop punk.
Green Day, like, stuff before American Idiot I like. I don't
Yeah.
really like stuff after that.
I mean, they, whenever they did the Uno Dos Tres albums, they kind of went back to that sound.
I didn't really
But I
listen
haven't
to
really
it.
listened to it very much. I still
Yeah.
listen to 90s Green Day.
Well, yeah,
That's driving me crazy.
it is. Yeah, I'm watching it the whole time. Like, it keeps coming
That's
back
what-
this way.
Testing.
I still listen to like good old fashioned, like straight up punk music.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, I'm getting more and more into, like, old punk music.
yeah, it's still a
Yeah.
and you gotta listen to good punk like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
I mean, I go...
Quality.
the good
I go-
quality stuff.
I go straight underground, 98 degrees. 100%.
Oh,
What you know about that LFO though?
Right. Abercrombie. I mean, I get down.
we know too much about punk music.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. 100% the first piece of media that I've ever purchased was a cassette of New Kids on the Block.
oh,
That's
nice.
legit.
Right.
Does
So I know what I'm talking about.
Did
Real
anybody-
punk music?
Did anybody ever listen to any other song besides "Smooth Criminal" by Alien Ant Farm?
I mean,
I know I have, but I
like
couldn't
they had
name
that
them.
song, that movies song, or like in the movies or something like that, or like the movies maybe.
Yeah, see, if you can't name it, like "Smooth Criminal" by Alien Ant Farm,
Right? Yeah.
and I'm not knocking them as a band.
No, but
Like,
that's
'cause
what
there's
made
but like
them.
that's
Yeah.
really all you know.
Right. That's
Right,
what
I mean-
everybody knows.
Yeah.
That's what makes a one-hit wonder a one-hit wonder. How many songs do you know by Papa Roach?
Well, I mean, I would say a decent amount.
Yeah.
But like in the era we're talking about,
Yeah.
you know, there's only one.
Right.
Right.
And then I know a bunch after the fact because they got really heavy radio play after.
Yeah, and they play him on the radio. All
After
the time.
Jacoby
Changed-
got
right.
like turned into like a skinny like
He changed
scene
his-
kid.
When he changed
Yeah.
his name from Kobe Dick to Jacoby Shaddix
Yeah.
and lost all of my respect.
Right. But yeah, I
You
mean,
would never see Fred Durst do that.
we're still like suffocation. No, but like you know, because I'm not really into like I got it. I have scars. I don't care why they remind me of anything. You know,
Right.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Right. I don't listen to music.
Music. Trash.
That's for the birds.
Right. Like, I don't even know.
Well, you said the first media you bought was New Kids on the Block.
Right.
I remember the first CD I bought was the first Gorillaz album.
Oh no, the first CD I bought was Limp Bizkit.
What their
$3
first one?
bills.
$3 bill.
I bought Mbop by Hanson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up.
Right. It's like my musical taste from when I was first consuming music and to when I'm,
Well, I just bought
Change
the Hanson album because I thought all three of those girls were really hot.
they were pretty cute. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They're still cute now, but with beards.
Oh no! But like realistically, I bought that CD. My older sister and I would just like literally chill in my room. Blah, 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 boo. You know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Nobody
I
does.
mean, it's funny.
It's a mystery.
Like, the type of music and stuff. It's like your birthday party. Like you start putting on like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. Everybody knows.
You
all
get
of the
down
words.
to it.
Right.
We all watch TRL.
At one
Right.
point, yeah. Like I mean, it was just a real chill party.
Right.
You know, everything was pretty cool. And like NSYNC came on, and at one point, like I'm grinding on the floor, and like, it's like all kinds of shit going on.
Oh yeah.
Britney Spears, playing that. Speaking of Britney Spears, you guys see that like they denied removing her dad from all that shit. That shit
They denied it?
Yeah, they denied it. He's still her conservator.
That's
Like,
bullshit.
that shit blows my fucking mind.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo, like literally,
Right.
where the fuck is Chris Crocker? Like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Like, we need. I mean,
we all made fun of him, and he was the truest person ever.
Right.
Like,
That's 100%.
yeah.
And it's like everybody's using that bit of media as like, a sound clip. It's like they're playing it. It's like
Yeah, like
everybody's behind the Free Britney movement.
did you see?
Right.
Did you see Elon Musk tweeted her and was like, "You have my support 100%."
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, they're gonna end up like he's controlling the estate and all this money and all that stuff, but they're gonna end up losing the battle by having so many other people endorse the fight.
Oh,
Right.
right.
And you're not gonna. I mean, literally, if Elon Musk decided to like join in and like really help, you're not
yeah.
beating his shit
Right.
with Britney Spears money. I'm not saying she doesn't have a lot, but like these
That's like
people,
pennies in a bucket.
yeah,
compared to
these
what he
people are
has.
gonna
Right.
fucking start joining together on her side. Like eventually, they gotta free her. You know that shit,
yeah.
but it just blows my mind when I thought like, and people are like, they're bringing up these old videos where she looks like she's like disheveled in front of her kids out to eat, and I'm like, dude, she spent a whole lifetime fucking buried under somebody
And
else.
It's like these
Right.
pictures are
She's going
taken out
crazy
of
because
context.
of
Yeah.
that.
Because it's like she's trying to put her kid in her car and like surrounded by these cameras asking her questions and
Right.
in a
That will
time where
stress
she's
anybody
not.
I heard her fucking sister's a fucking cunt too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie Spears. I mean, and I would get Jamie Spears joining the her dad's side because she's the lesser Spears, like
Right.
Yeah.
nobody gives a fuck about Jamie Spears.
People are only talking about her because of, you know, the
Right.
situation.
But like even
Right.
then, even back in the day when she like popped on the scene, like nobody really gave a fuck about
yeah,
her.
that's
anyways.
like Diet Britney.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you're not the real Spears. Get the fuck out of
Right.
here. So I can see her joining that team because,
yeah.
like, I've just seen, like, posts of people who have dealt with her saying, like, yo, she's just as fucking manipulative and, you know, doing that shit just like her dad is.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, well, when you're the unimportant Spears, you're like,
Right.
fuck her.
You're not making bankroll. Like,
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, all it comes down to is them wanting to feel like they have control over the situation completely. It's not for the best interest of them.
No, they just know that, like, if this ends, that it ends for them. That's
Right.
it. That's
they're
the end
out
of the rope.
loop. Yeah.
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 I mean, and it's just like,
And now it's just crazy because, like, lawyers, she was like, yo, I didn't even get a choice in who my lawyer was. So he stepped
right.
down, her manager stepped down and was like, I'm out. Like, all these people are bowing out, and it's because it's going to be a losing race.
Right.
Like, right now it's like doing some shit, but, like, eventually you have to realize what the fuck's going on
Right.
and that you're not going to win in the end.
yeah.
But it just sucks that it's been this long.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like,
You know.
and she wants to just have a life and get married and have
And
kids.
just- yeah,
and
just
stuff.
do her
That's
thing.
last chance. Because
Yeah.
it's like she's getting to
Yeah,
an
she's
age
getting to
where
a point
this
where
is
she
her
can't
last
have
chance.
kids.
Right. And she just wants to live
Yeah.
a fucking life, and that's just crazy that, like, somebody
Right.
sat there and been like, no.
No, you can't do
can't.
that.
We're just gonna.
And this is what I told, this is what my argument was, is you're going to tell me that she is not sane enough to handle her life,
right.
but she's sane enough to keep doing tours or to go on shows and to do all this stuff that
Yeah.
makes her money, but to live her life, she's not capable of doing that.
Right.
Right.
And it's the thing is, like, their fear is, like, if she gets freedom, like, she could just bow out and be like, cool, I'm done. I'm retired.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
go live my
that's what she
life."
was talking about. She was like, "Yo,
You know?
I'm not doing like I'm not
Right.
making any more money. Like
Right.
I'm done.
It's just like,
Fuck y'all."
Right.
I mean, and we've gotten, like, fans of hers have gotten everything that they want. You know,
Right.
There's nothing more.
So if you decided to
gain.
go on go in the middle of the country and enjoy a log cabin stay and never come out, we're like, "Thank you, Brittany, for what you've done."
right, like you
Like,
know,
she's obviously got, like, iconic
And then
hits.
and then like yeah,
right.
because it'd be crazy because you know she does that. If they set her free, she does that. She lives her life.
Oh, yeah.
We all, you know, come to terms with that. We let her go.
Right.
Free butterfly.
Yeah.
Then maybe, you know, she does one of those like reunion tours.
right, for sure.
And she's like, oops, I did it again. You know?
right, hell yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, it's just like
Uh,
that would be perfect.
Like,
Yeah.
she waits till she's, like, 80.
I mean, because it's, like, it's just like anything. Anybody like Dave Chappelle, like he got
Yeah.
burnt out from
Right.
everything.
Right.
He got screwed over.
That drives
burnt
you
out.
crazy.
And like he left, and he was gone, and then we
got
didn't
him
have
back, and
Dave
he's great.
Chappelle. He came back better than ever.
but what did
Right.
the media say?
right,
He's losing his
crazy.
shit. He's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like, you know,
He's like,
he's
nope.
He was like, I'm just working on me.
right. It's just like you just
Yeah.
gotta
Everybody
let people
needs that.
be who they are and
Yeah.
do what they're gonna do.
Everybody
just
needs
like-
a time to relax and just
And it's like maybe there was a time that it was necessary, you know. And there's been plenty of people that have been in parts of these conservatorships, but it's like most cases it's people that are extremely
Right.
unable to take care of
Yeah.
themselves.
right.
But it's also like the media with, these celebrities that like go off on these little hiatuses and like,
Right.
try to better themselves, and the media paints them as like lunatics for doing
Right.
this. Like, it's not any different than, us little people
Right.
doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you were to take a mental hiatus from work, your work would be like, well, you're fucking fired.
Right.
Right.
And tell everybody at work, yeah, I guess he went fucking crazy, and
Yeah.
no, I just need a fucking breather. And they're like, yeah, but that's why we offer you 7 days of paid vacation. Like,
Right.
well, no, I'm losing my shit. I just need some fucking time. Like, could you imagine if you were able to do that?
Oh, yeah.
But you can't. You can't
Right.
take that fucking kind of. If you're like, yo, I need fucking a month to just figure my life out.
That'd be nice.
You're not coming back to work.
Oh yeah.
And even like, I'm not even saying like, oh, well, I expect you to pay me while I'm gone for 30 days.
Right.
No, I just expect you to hold my job so I can do that.
Right.
And I get
Yeah.
it. And they're like, no. And people will come at me saying, well, they need employees and this and that. Like, fucking Taco Bell's got 2 employees right now, and they have for the past 6 months. Get the fuck out of here that they need everybody.
Right.
I mean, it's just kind of. I feel like in a lot of cases, I mean, on the subject of everything, like mental health is not taken as serious as it is. And I feel like that's overlooked. And yeah, sometimes people have a hard time and bad things happen, or not even irreversible, but just things that, you know,
Right.
are hard to look back on. But, you know, you just hope that it gets better over time.
Right, right.
And, you know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does get better, then you should treat it like it's getting better.
Right, right.
And you shouldn't base your opinion on somebody on how they were during their darkest times.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because if people did that, you know, nobody would fucking like me at all.
Right.
You know, a couple of years ago, I was a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I think
know.
we've all been there.
Yeah. So like, if people just took that and like that, you know, mental lapse that I had then, and I was losing my shit, like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that guy's a fucking asshole. Don't ever talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a pretty chill dude, though. I think
Right.
so.
Yeah, I
think I'm
mean,
pretty
you
laid
know,
back.
it's a lot of things that, I don't know, things that you have to adjust with yourself and, you know, find ways around, you know, certain things that may have triggered things around you.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and sometimes it's harder for people to take, you know, full grasp of that right away.
Right. It's like
But-
my biggest thing is stress. Once I start getting stressed, I start getting angry, and that's when I become a big asshole.
Oh, right.
And
What are you now? Just kidding.
I'm just a big asshole now.
That's why I become a huge.
Like that's when I yell at people.
Yeah.
Like
I try not to. I don't like yelling or anything like that. I'm pretty chill person.
it takes a lot for me anymore to get to that point. And it all depends on what mental state I'm in all day. Like you got if like I have a bad headache all day, and then you make smart ass comments to me or something, I'll probably snap on you.
I'd rather just like, I don't know. My idea of like a retaliation is doing something, I don't know, small but petty, just like
Right,
I
like
know
just,
I
like,
know
inconvenient.
I know it gets to you,
Oh,
and I'm
right.
like, haha.
I do that shit at work all the time.
Yeah, it's like the small game. I'm moving the
Right.
pawn, you know.
Right.
I mean, I try not to. I try to be less and less of an asshole, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Gotta take the high ground, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's really hard
where-
to get up there because it's high.
Right. It's a lot of
Like,
effort.
I'm short, so it's, you
That
know.
hill is very aggravating.
Right.
One of your brothers doesn't give a shit, and he's just
Yeah.
an asshole all the time.
Right.
I mean, you know.
Guess which one?
He's a good dude. Such an asshole. But he's a good dude.
I mean, you know. I don't talk to him very often.
That's why we can't like ever bring him in the middle of this podcast. Like all he would do is talk shit.
Yeah, you would.
Right. I mean,
Be
They'd be
horrible.
talking shit about the basement.
The basement,
The
and the
content.
camera.
right. He's like, do people even watch this? And I'm like, yeah, get off my back.
There's a couple of them.
Some people,
Some people even enjoy it.
Hey,
like,
that's even better.
And
right?
if you enjoy it, thanks.
Thanks,
we
guys.
try.
Good job. Thanks for not recognizing me without a hat.
I mean, you know, it's confusing times sometimes.
You know what I seen the other day?
What's that, a hat?
I went to the gas station, right? I ran in for a bag of ice, and that's it. Just one bag. That's all I wanted was a bag of ice.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy that was in there who had a book bag on the counter, and he tried to steal a tall boy.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
so he shoved a beer in his book bag. And the cashier seen it. Hey, get that out of your book bag. And the guy got all aggressive. I don't have nothing. This is my $2 in my hand. That's all I have. He's like, you have a beer. You just put it in your book bag. He's like, I didn't take shit. So then he comes out and he's like, you can either give me the beer back or I'm going to call the police. Dude's like, you can call whoever you want. You're not going in my book bag. It's private property, search warrant, blah, blah, blah. You know the whole spiel. Like, I stole something, so I'm trying to give you legal things that you can't. Like,
right.
So he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, the cashier's like, I don't give a shit. Like, but I'm just telling you, you can either give it back willingly, because I'm not going to go in your shit, or I'm going to call the police. Well, then he gets all angry. Then he starts talking to other people, like yelling at other people in line and saying weird shit. He was drunk. And he looks at the cashier. He turns to him, and he goes, I'm about to grab my book bag, and I'm going to walk out that fucking door, and you're not about to do shit about it, or I'm going to punch you in your shit. And the cashier said, well, that's not going to happen. That's all I have to say about that. That's not going to happen. So sure as shit, the drunk guy took that as an invitation, and he hit the cashier in his face.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh shit, he just hit that cashier in his face. What's going to happen? And the cashier swung one time, hit him. He fucking went to the ground, slapped him, folded him in half, went to the ground. And it was the first time I've ever actually seen a knockout like that in person.
Right. Like just a one-hit knockout.
Like you watch the videos, and you're like, oh shit, that's crazy. And I saw it, and he just slapped the dude. And he was like, I told him not to hit me. And I was like, he did tell, you said not to hit him. Like,
he's like, I got your back, man.
So
Don't
the dude, like, he comes to, he's got blood. He was like, who the fuck could come at me? And like, he's like, you know, in that, like, he's still fighting, but like, he's on the ground. Well, fucking, come on, let's do it. I was like, it's over. Like,
dude, you lost about like 20 minutes of your time right there.
Like, if you take a nap in between the fight, it's over. Like,
you're done.
Sorry, you can't compete anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it was just funny. So, I was just thinking about it in my head, and I'm like, this dude wanted this beer.
Right.
Then wanted to throw an attitude.
Yeah.
Then hit the cashier, then got knocked out.
Right.
So, all over this beer, now he doesn't get the beer.
Right.
He got folded, got arrested for assault and stealing,
Right.
and is in jail. I was nailed it.
Right.
I mean, he could have just used that $2 that he said and bought that tall boy.
Yeah, I was like, it's a cheap beer, dude. It's probably 99 cents.
Like, definitely not worth it. Like, like the only time that I've ever seen somebody get knocked out in person, like, I didn't even actually see the contact happen. Like, I just heard the smack from, like, it was in downtown Kent. And I was walking with a group of friends, and we just heard this, like, big smack out of nowhere, and just, like, people just all of a sudden silent for a second. And it's like I turn around, and all I hear is, don't put your pizza box on the ground is what I fucking mean, as this dude walks away. So apparently this guy was putting his pizza box on the ground. The guy didn't like it. Knocked him out.
Yeah, but like I want to know what the context was.
Right.
Like, was he putting the pizza box on the ground to like discard of it? He was gonna litter it there and walk away. Did this guy have a full pizza and he was like, I'm gonna set this down for a minute?
Let me tie my shoe. And he's like, nope, don't do that.
And he was like, I love pizza so much you never disrespect it with putting it on the ground. Like, what is the context
I
of that?
have no idea. But the dude was out. Like, out cold, and we were like, what the fuck
did you open
do?
the pizza box?
Oh, I don't
to see if
I didn't see a pizza box.
What? Turns out there was never any pizza.
Like,
the guy that knocked him out was delusional.
Whether somebody took the pizza box and discarded it because they didn't want to get knocked out, or
are you punching everybody in the pizza box vicinity? Because I'll throw this out.
I'm like, I just wanted a slice of pizza. I don't need a pizza box.
Yeah, but like, could you imagine if that's what he was doing? He just like got a pizza and he was like, let me set this down for a second. And the guy's like, you're littering, and then knocks him out.
Right.
And then they're
I mean, people in Kent, like, they're no joke about keeping the environment clean.
He's like, well, no, I was going to eat the pizza. He was like, it's not even a vegan option, you piece of shit.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you get knocked out for pizza boxes. Lesson
Crazy.
learned. So if you're in Kent and you have a pizza, Don't put the
Don't
pizza
set it on
box
the ground. He'll show up. He knows.
Like, I just wanted to go smoke hookah. I mean, I'm just,
hang out at the Firefly.
Maybe stop at Guy's and get a slice, you know.
I kind of want to go get a slice of pizza.
Right, you guys want to go to Guy's?
All right, guys, we'll see.
We'll leave this running.
Right.
Enjoy
we'll be
it.
back.
I want to go get like a real like New York slice of pizza, like one of those big ass fucking giant fold over slices.
Yeah.
They don't have those around here anywhere that I know of. Nothing good.
Every slice is a foldable slice. I don't care what it is.
You just gotta try hard.
Yeah, but not a good foldable slice. I said a good foldable slice.
I guess. You know.
Like something that you can fold that it just doesn't push all the ingredients like straight up.
Then you just eat it off the top and then you go at it.
I never harmonica eat my pizza.
Right.
Ever.
What's wrong with you?
I start from the crust like a crazy person. Like, I don't think, like, that's like the messiest option. Like, if you eat pizza from the crust, I mean, like, first, you're a psychopath. But second, like,
what if
how
it's
is that
stuffed crust, though?
Still doesn't count.
Right. Like,
that's, I know.
That's a treat for the end of the slice.
Right. That's so you get the little cup of marinara on
I
the
just
side.
found
and it's
out.
Like a breaded mozzarella stick.
Right.
Okay, so if you're at home and you're making homemade tacos, right, and you're going soft taco on them,
right,
corn tortilla,
right. So I mean, either way, whatever tortilla you choose, whether it be the tomato basil one that tastes exactly like a regular tortilla, it's just orange, or regular tortilla.
Yeah.
When you make that soft taco, do you tuck the ends?
Just one end.
Yeah, like not the other. Unless you're making a big ass burrito, you just tuck the one end just to hold that from falling.
Yeah.
So you don't just fold it in half and eat it hard taco style.
That's crazy.
I just found out that I know a lunatic that does that. I was just like my mind blown. I was like, what kind of crazy person?
Oh, right.
Because even when you go to like when you go to Taco Bell, they just fold it over one time, put it in the pouch.
Right.
You open it, you put your sauce on it, you tuck that in, you roll it up, and you eat it. Right. I was like, people just grab that and eat it? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
They're losing all their shit.
Right, you're getting sauce all over your hand.
Yeah, like there's stuff. What? Tuck the end.
You get that fucking...
what other kind of loosey-goosey bullshit do you do? And then I found out that these people... Like, I won't mention them because I don't know if they'll ever watch this, and I don't want to put you out there. But I also found out that sometimes they have meatloaf.
Yeah.
You know, which we talked about meatloaf and how to eat it, and they put no ketchup on it at all.
I don't put ketchup on
No
Fuck.
No ketchup on meatloaf.
Dude,
marinara sauce, guys.
Yeah, it's like a
tomato
I'm talking sauce.
Like, no, when I eat because first of all, meatloaf is the cheapest, shittiest option of loaf of meat.
But you can get a
depending
can of
on
marinara
how
sauce for like
you make it.
No, but I'm talking like when I eat that shit. Like when I eat meatloaf and I cut it, and you guys are crazy because you don't. Like, I'm not talking about the cooked edge or anything. I'm talking about after it's on your plate and you're ready to eat it. I cover mine in so much ketchup, it's ridiculous.
No, you take
you're the psychopath.
How am I the psychopath? It's a burger.
And you drizzle it over the top.
You're telling me if I put ketchup on my burger, it'd be a lunatic option?
Yes.
No.
I don't like ketchup.
Ketchup's...
You guys are weirdos.
Like, we've already talked about this probably plenty of times.
Yeah, probably, but like...
Ketchup goes on eggs and cold macaroni and cheese.
And that's the two things that doesn't go
eggs,
on.
Though, not on like
that's
fried eggs.
Disgusting.
Right, yeah. It's scrambled eggs.
Right.
It's non-American.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
But
that's
after I found out those two options were together in the same person, I'm just like, I don't know what's happening anymore. Life's
Did you knock him out?
No.
Yeah. You should have.
But like fold over taco, I was like, what the?
Right.
Your life is a mess.
It's like, I bet you eat hot dogs from the middle. I mean, you don't do it? No.
That makes me think of something I heard on the radio yesterday. They were talking about they have a friend that eats the entire corn on the cob. Not talking about the corn part. They eat the actual cob.
They eat the cob?
Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck?
Wait.
Are they a dog?
Right. Like, how the fuck?
I wasn't like... Now, see, I'm going to say that I've never tried that. Like, I've never taken a bite out of the cob. I just assumed that it was just
Like-
indestructible.
Right, it's just
Right.
like a, I don't know. I mean, I've eaten an apple core.
Yeah, because
Things
those
like
aren't
that.
real, but the mythical. We've
Right.
discussed that there's no such thing as an apple core,
Right.
but like those things just feel indestructible.
Right.
Well, that's what I thought too. When I
Yeah.
was listening to that, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like how.
And then the guy's like, I was curious, so I took a bite out of mine, and I'm like, how?
Now I kind of want to. Now that he's
that just makes my teeth hurt thinking about it.
yeah, but like if you ever tried to bite one, like what if it's
I mean, yeah.
soft and delicious?
I guess.
We don't know because we've never tried it.
Right.
But like, why?
I guess, I mean,
What if
I
it's
guess it's like
one of the co-hosts is like, how poor is he?
the thing is, corn's not even a real food,
yeah, but what if the
What if you had to eat the actual cob?
what if the
that's
cob
where the
is the
nutrients-
best
Oh,
part?
Right.
like that's what actually gives you the nutrition.
Yeah, what if what if the whole idea for corn was to cut all those little tiny yellow
Right,
pieces of
get rid
shit
of
off
those.
of there and then eat the cob?
I
Right.
mean, I don't know.
We've just been
But it's
doing
like,
it wrong this whole
Should
time.
we just start eating straight cob? You guys
Right.
want to jump
Start
on the
seeing
cob train?
just cobs for sale?
Have you ever known anybody to just cut their corn off the cob and then eat it with a fork?
Yeah.
That's crazy too.
I mean,
Just-
I guess some people don't like it on the cob.
And it also depends on your toothal situation.
Right.
Yeah,
You
but
got teeth?
At that point, just either don't get your corn or bring your own goddamn can of corn to the fucking
Right.
barbecue.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't
gotta
you
be-
go cutting the fuck.
Making extra dishes
You're
and
just
steps.
you're just isolating all of our elderly people crowd right now
Hey,
by
and I'm
assuming
no.
everybody has teeth.
Hey,
to eat their corn
I
on
will.
the
I will
cob.
say this: that my dad didn't have teeth, and he
He be
ate.
fucking-
He ate steaks. He ate peanuts. He ate corn on the cob. Nothing stopped him. I swear to God, this dude's gums were made out of fucking rocks or something. It blew my mind. I was like, how calloused are your fucking gums?
Right.
Because he didn't like wearing dentures. He thought it was fucking annoying inconvenience.
Yeah.
So he just didn't. And it was weird though because he didn't wear dentures, but he never had that like droopy I don't have teeth in my mouth
Oh,
face.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be
like that's like comes on quick on
yeah,
most
and
people.
how it's like sunk in and like you could really tell like like it never happened. Unless my dad busted out a smile, you would never be able to tell he didn't have teeth.
He just like held his jaw, like
I don't
big
know.
enough.
Well, I think it's just because he fucking worked out all his fucking facial muscles eating
It's like-
food
like
that you
gummy
weren't supposed to
bears.
eat.
Right.
Like they're like, you're not going to be able to eat peanuts without your teeth, and he was like, the fuck, I can't.
Right.
I'll show you.
And he didn't even boil them.
Yeah.
Boiled peanuts. Have you ever had boiled peanuts? I have.
No.
No.
Boiled peanuts.
You ever put peanuts in Coke?
No.
No.
It's pretty good.
I just didn't like
You're
it.
into that kind of thing.
I never like thought about it as like an option to do.
Right.
People
Like-
did it, so I
yeah.
tried it. It's all right. I'd like to try random things that I find out about, like the whole thing with the watermelon.
Yeah, well, if you're finding out about these and you're not video recording them for
Did they really
documentation.
They did not happen.
Yeah.
Now you got to do
mean-
them all again.
All it is just like soggy Coke flavored peanuts.
You see,
Mm.
I don't think I would like that.
I mean, it's the same
Phenomenal.
thing as like boiling them, I guess. Just
I
soggy.
probably wouldn't like that either. I'd rather roast them.
Hell yeah, fucking stupid ass peanut.
Right.
Your shell is fucking mushy, you piece of shit peanut.
Oh.
What is there, 3 peanuts in that shell? Ew. Roasting the fuck out of them.
Deformed motherfucker.
Right.
Uh,
I mean, I like peanuts in any form.
I'm more of a pistachio guy myself.
Yeah, over peanuts.
Yeah.
What's
I
wrong?
don't know. Peanuts out of all
Pistachios
of,
are
like,
great, but
The nuts.
cashews are the best, and those are legumes.
Out of all the nuts, peanuts are number one.
But
And
like,
legumes.
but I'd rather have my peanuts in a butter form than in just a peanut form.
Now, I can sit and eat handfuls of peanuts.
Like every once in
Yeah.
a while, I'll go get me some honey roasted peanuts and I'll have
Yeah.
those.
Right.
But like, if I'm going for a shelled nut, it's a pistachio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I
get
prefer like
shelled
almonds.
peanuts.
Like I like almonds more than I like peanuts. If I'm just eating.
No, I don't like almonds.
I mean, I'll eat
What's wrong?
Not an almond.
any
guy.
kind of peanut,
Come on.
like salted, roasted, honey,
Plain?
roasted, plain.
Gross.
I eat peanuts plain.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
You put
but-
enough in your mouth and chew it up, it's peanut butter.
Right, for sure. And if they're plain, you're gonna be sitting there chewing them.
Yeah, it takes
Right.
so much work. I just don't like chewing through the shell part to get to the peanut. Like it's
Yeah.
just, and then I got all that shell in my mouth, and I'm
Right.
trying to
And
swallow
then
that
it's-
down. It's just the
I
worst.
mean, eating
You
peanut
just
shells
spit it out
isn't
like
that
sunflower seeds.
bad. Right.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just like plain roasted peanuts and things like that. But, you know, eating the shell is a whole nother level.
Right.
Like,
I've never actually
I'll
done
do it. You know,
everybody's gonna be
and, you
sitting
know.
here like, does this dude really just chomp on the fucking?
I mean,
My favorite peanut.
Does he not
are
know
those-
how to eat peanuts?
I mean, you can eat the shell. Is
You
all I'm
can,
saying. I
but
mean,
it's
and
not fun.
It's a whole completely different flavor, texture profile when you eat it with the shell.
Yeah, it tastes like dirt.
Right.
I mean, you gotta, you know,
You wash your peanuts before you.
You gotta boil them.
you gotta boil them first. I mean, if you get salted peanuts that are shelled, like,
Why? The salt doesn't get in there.
right, so you eat it with the shell, you get the salt, you get the gritty shell texture.
I don't actually eat any shell at all on the peanut.
Yeah.
You know, but
My Uncle Mike did it at one time in front of me, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that.
That was a bad idea.
yeah, I don't know.
Right.
It's just not for me.
It's all kinds of things like that.
I like
though.
circus peanuts though, so
Circus peanuts are good. I really like circus peanuts.
those are the best kind of peanuts.
I mean, you know, they don't taste or, you know, anything like peanuts. You know, they're just whatever marshmallow.
Right, it was just orange marshmallows.
Right.
We're sorry for talking about
But they have a
nuts so
weird
much.
texture.
It's just one of those things. You get on it
Like,
and you
I don't
get
even
on
remember how it got to this point.
it. It got
I don't
about
either.
eating food to peanuts and how good they are.
But no,
This episode's all over the place.
It's
Starting off with
everywhere.
nerdy shit and then
Right.
talking about food because we're
Right.
always a food cast.
I mean, this is Foodcast number one, day one, Foodcast. You guys know that it's always going to lead back to food one way or the other.
Yeah, it's never gonna drift away completely.
Right.
Yeah, we've even eaten on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about new things that we can eat, and if you guys have any feedback or any interest in us eating anything specific,
Except for sour pickleballs.
except
Yeah,
for sour
fuck that.
pickleballs, we already did
Ugh.
that. You know, go back and watch the sour
mean,
episode.
Someone couldn't even take it down.
I didn't even get it anywhere near down.
So if you want to see
That was
Anthony
a rough night.
eat a pickleball and actually eat it, leave it in the comments
Dude, it
below.
was so
But
bad.
other than
It's
that,
bad. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Well, it just ruined my whole take on pickles, like,
Yeah.
because I love pickles, and
Right.
and having that in my mouth.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
for
yeah.
a while after that episode, I'm like, I don't want anything with pickles on it.
Right.
Like, it took me a while to gain.
don't
The
eat
trust
pickles with miracle berries because it
Oh.
ruins pickles.
Sweet
Yeah, it
pickle.
does. Yeah. Who the fuck likes sweet pickles?
Yeah, you weirdos. I mean, I remember being a tiny child and just going up and grabbing one off the table and putting it in my mouth and being so disappointed.
Oh yeah,
Like, the world has lied to me.
right.
Nothing is real. Santa
I
Claus
know.
is make-believe. I'm going to somewhere else. I'm moving out.
That's what me and Jen decided, that the watermelon and mustard tasted like pickles. So if you
And
don't have
then-
any pickles, but you have mustard and watermelon, you could recreate it.
So you
with
could just, like,
mustard
cut
on.
spears of watermelon and coat them in some mustard.
And you're like,
Put them
I'm
on your sandwich and you're good to
tricking
go.
myself. So yeah, that's what it tasted like. I asked Jen after the fact.
I love me some watermelon pickle.
Yeah. So try it out. I mean,
I still haven't tried it.
yeah.
Because I don't
I
buy
had the
watermelon.
opportunity to try it,
Yeah.
but I did not.
I don't buy watermelon, so.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't buy it, but I was at a cookout that there was watermelon and yellow mustard available.
They had watermelon and yellow mustard at a cookout.
And you didn't try it though?
I didn't, because I would rather dip my
Because
watermelon in fruit
Because
dip.
he was eating his hot dogs from the middle.
Exactly.
Fruit dip. That blue fruit dip.
Blue
I
fruit
didn't
dip.
get any of it.
Why?
I don't even know what the
It's
fuck
Jenny.
that is.
It's just like a fruit dip that was dyed blue.
The fuck is a fruit dip?
It's cream cheese and marshmallow fluff just mixed together, and it's delicious
I thought fruit dip was like caramel.
for
I mean,
apples.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what fruit you're dipping.
And I think you could just do it with all of them.
I mean,
You could.
You know that's candy, right?
right.
You could put that on anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I like caramel by itself, or coated in chocolate and
What about on
or not
watermelon?
sugar, but coated in chocolate and salt.
I would try it.
I like that coated in salt as well.
Watermelon?
Yeah. Or
cantaloupe too.
Cantaloupe, yeah.
Never done any of that bullshit.
Well,
Fruit, I don't want salt on it.
Try it out.
It makes it sweeter.
Oh, you're gonna put some sugar on your spaghetti?
I mean, I try to put salt on everything.
People do that.
People do that.
Yeah. I mean, sugar is an ingredient in a lot of spaghetti.
I do like a lot of salt. We've discussed that, but I've never put it on any of my fruits. Never even tried it.
Well, you should try it.
Maybe
Everybody
one
can
day.
Try. If you're going to a barbecue or something, put some salt on your fruits.
But I've also never been to a party white enough to have cantaloupe.
Oh man. Well,
You're missing out.
Go to. I'm not even gonna say. Go to white parties.
And then like they like fruit dip, like a dip for the fruit.
I mean,
Hey.
I've never had that, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I just never
I
experienced
mean,
that.
I feel like you're trying to call us out right now.
Right.
I'm not trying to call you out specifically. I'm just saying.
I'm sure all kinds of people have fruit dip.
Yeah, but
It
I'm
just may be different.
Get cultured, Anthony.
just saying I've never been to any kind of festivities that had a dip for the fruit. And if I did, I didn't even notice it was a dip for the fruit.
You're like, what's that?
Like, this is making my chips taste weird.
A bowl of mayonnaise.
I mean, it depends on the holiday.
I went to a birthday
Sometimes
party
it's blue.
once, and they said they were having hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they boiled them.
I mean, sometimes you do that.
do
What's
you
wrong with you?
Right.
do you boil hot dogs?
Do I? No.
Like I remember my parents used to boil hot dogs when we were kids.
Right.
And then, like, I got older and realized that you could put those on the grill and was wondering why they ever did it. Even when we don't have a grill option and we're making, like, hot dogs in the house,
You do it
it's
on a
fucking
skillet.
skillet. I'm like,
Right.
well, you fill a pot with water and you put the meat in the water and you
Yeah.
boil them? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
See,
They-
that-
I mean, some people-
if I eat hot dogs, they gotta be burnt.
Yeah.
Like,
I like a good charred hot dog.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be burnt.
You're like, how do you eat that? I said, with mustard.
Or I put it in the microwave
Spicy
until
mustard.
it completely
Yeah.
explodes.
Explodes.
I don't microwave them either. It gives it that weird outside skin thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not charred. It's just like
Right. Just
Weird.
kind of shriveled up.
scares me.
I mean, and then you put the condiments in the fucking cracks
Where it
in the hot
exploded.
dog.
And you don't even need a bun anymore.
Right. It's all good. You just eat straight hot dog.
No.
I find it like horrible that there's people fighting for food and stuff, and we have ideas like putting hot dogs in pizza crust and
Right.
and stuff like that and selling it on in the market.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
What are we doing?
And hot dogs don't need to be anywhere near pizza.
Never, ever.
Right. Like, what the
But-
fuck?
Like, it's the gluttonous culture of America to just go to the max. Just like
Yeah.
the epic mealtime stuff and all that.
Right,
Like,
right.
You just hope that things like that would give food back as part of doing something
Right.
grotesque.
Hopefully.
But a lot of the times it's not the case.
No, they just end up throwing it away.
Billionaires getting richer.
Ugh.
But, you know, it is what it is.
Money is the root of all evil.
Right.
I'm a terrible person and I don't get a lot of it, so I'm like wondering what the fuck is up.
Right. It's like, well...
Was there a line I missed? Or
It's because you're already corrupted, so, you know...
Oh, you have enough money. What?
There's no reason to corrupt you.
I guess money is the root of all evil in the opposite sense. Is like I have a lot of debt, so that's money owed. Technically money bad, evil. You know.
Yeah.
I'm in debt, and there's my money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Other people do bad things with money.
Right.
I do bad things,
For money.
and I don't have money at all.
Yeah. I stopped, you know, doing bad things for money a long time ago.
I thought you were just gonna say I stopped money. I
money.
just stopped doing money.
I know money.
Nobody thinks. Yeah, I stopped that a long time ago.
We just needed to change. Like I said, we changed the currency.
Right.
It just needs to happen.
Yeah.
The world would be a much better place if we changed what currency is every 6 months.
Yeah.
Keep the government on their toes.
What's it next week? Handshakes. Hopefully you're not a germaphobe.
Uh,
I give out so many handshakes. I can shake with both hands.
Right. Righty and lefty.
Right.
The government keeps trying to collect everything that is what currency is at the moment, and then we change it.
Right.
So when they have an abundance of this stuff, we're like, that's not currency anymore.
Right. That's pointless.
Oh, yeah.
We change that. Fuck!
It's like, you know those wooden nickels everybody told you not to take? Well, that's the currency now.
Right.
Wooden
We got a
nickels.
lot of wooden nickels now.
Right.
Counterfeit would just be punching a hole through your table.
Right.
Boom.
It's like, oh, no, that's the wrong stain. This is only worth, 5 wooden nickels. What's the exchange rate for actual U.S. currency?
We'll make it up as we go.
Right.
Nothing will be worth anything. Everything will collapse.
Right.
Everybody will have a Lamborghini.
I mean, I feel like that's what needs to happen.
I think they would stop making them. Like, no, we're not just giving these away for chunks of wood.
Oh, yeah.
No, but we can have them after the system fails and everything goes to shit, and we're just stealing Lamborghinis.
No.
Oh, yeah. Lamborghinis. I
never even wanted one.
Yeah.
No, that's a lie. I want one.
I don't want, the cars that I'm interested in are cars that most people would be like, that's a really tacky car.
A 95 Camry.
No.
Oh.
I would totally take, a fucking Dodge Dart or something like that.
Like the new ones?
No, from, the 80s.
Well, I mean, yeah, those are...
I would take, a fucking Volkswagen. Any Volkswagen from the 80s would be pretty sweet.
Right.
Or, a fucking, I don't know, Gremlin or something like that. Something
you might explode in.
Right. A Pinto. I would totally take a Pinto.
You're like, I don't want, my car. I want an old car that does the same thing.
Right.
Right. If it's possible that my car will explode from a small impact, I'm taking that car.
Right.
What is the Cadillac Catalina? Is that the one that flips over? I'd take that car for sure. That's a ugly, funky looking car.
Yeah, I mean.
Right.
But see, I would not. I want a Fiero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I thought that would be pretty cool.
Right.
It's like a fancy sports car for people with not a lot of money.
Right.
Well, I think they're getting up there in price now because now people want them again. But
I mean, I'd totally drive an IROC. Ironically,
yeah.
I'd be the Italian retard out cruising.
That'd be funny.
Sorry.
That'd be funny.
I mean, I knew a guy that drove one of those in high school. It was funny. I'd totally drive that.
I still want an 86 Monte Carlo SS T-topped.
I mean,
Just be a cool kid.
Right. A Cadillac DeVille. That's like the short Cadillac.
The DeVille?
No, not DeVille. What? I don't know. I don't know cars.
Me either.
It's fucking. The short Cadillac is the one that I want.
Yeah. just Google short Cadillac.
Just-
You'll find it.
Just go to a dealership and go, can I get the short Cadillac?
Yeah, but the old short Cadillac from the old time.
They're still in the dealerships.
Yeah.
No. You might find one at a used dealership eventually.
Right. I mean, I just want a shitty car. I mean, that's not shitty. Like, I want.
So you got that.
I got a shitty car
Check.
that is shitty. No, I just I really like the funkiest looking cars. Like if it's a
Volkswagen thing.
Right, I would totally.
I would drive a Volkswagen.
Like a
thing.
Rabbit.
Right, a Rabbit. 100%.
Rabbit would be great.
Yeah.
Like from the '80s though. I'd want to.
There's one on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wants $15,000 for it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What
Trade him your car.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll trade $15,000.
Give it a nice coat of wax on that.
Maybe the guy's selling it. He's like, you know what? I just really want a Malibu.
Right. I just need that that
but
silver.
One window better be taped shut.
Right.
Or else I'm not taking it.
It's got that nice.
I can't really talk shit. My
out.
bumper's taped on, so.
Right.
You have a good looking car with a taped up bumper.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least I match the color, kinda.
Well, I finally got rid of my piece of shit, so
Yeah.
I don't know what you peasants are talking about. I got in way too much debt to do it, though, so
Right.
that's dope.
So that's, I only get into debt trying to repair the pieces of shit that I bought.
Right.
But, it's got to recoup my cost from paying the amount of money that I paid for it. But, I mean, I didn't pay very much for the car that I have now or any car that I've ever had. My first car was a 87 Chrysler Fifth Avenue that I paid $500 for.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass pushing up a hill.
I mean, it only broke down everywhere that I drove it. But as long as I had a can of igniter fluid, I'd just take the fucking filter cap off, spray some of that, igniter fluid down in there, fucking start her on up. And that would work 50% of the time. But the rest of the time is just let it sit, take it its time. Eventually it'll start again. So I sold it, like a month.
How much?
$300.
$300.
Right.
Nice.
So I got a good, I never got trapped anywhere serious. Like I got trapped at like Rock on the River, and then I got trapped at Kent one time.
I think we got stuck at the movie theater
Stuck
once.
at the movie theater once.
Was the movie good? Was it worth being stuck there?
I don't even remember what we saw.
I don't remember what we saw.
You saw The Pacifier with Vin Diesel?
I mean, probably.
It's all about family.
Fuck that meme.
I'm sick of that fucking meme.
I like it. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite meme of all time.
On that note.
I just like the only one that I liked was the one like there's nothing more important than family, and then it had the fucking what's his name, Chris Benoit picture of it.
That's fucked.
I didn't see that one.
That's so fucked.
That's pretty funny though.
That was the only one that made me laugh. All of the other ones, maybe the one that's like, was I a good meme? And it's like, no.
I know that. Like when I think about it now in my age, of that whole scenario, and think about it in my age, like those poor kids.
Right.
That's what fucks me up about the whole thing.
Right.
So then, like, I try to be like, haha, I get it, and then I think about it, and I'm like, it's more along the lines of like I see my children, and I'm like, oh.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Right.
But I don't have that.
It's funnier to people like us that don't have kids.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I
just like I can't see how like a parent could do that, and that just blows my mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking
like,
asshole. The crippler crossface was stupid, you idiot.
It's just like, I don't know. Was he even that good of a guy before that happened?
No.
I mean, I'm sure.
If you have that intent in you, you probably were never a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things, like, I thought that was funny. That was the only thing, like, that's the only Vin Diesel meme that I thought was funny. And it's because I don't have kids. And I don't have that. Like, that could have been the same thing, but with somebody that, like, famously killed a dog or something like that. And I'd feel bad about it. Because I
have a dog.
Like, anything that I see that's, like, you know, abuse or murder of animals, like, I feel that, you know? But I don't have kids, so I...
That's fucking hilarious.
Fuck kids. Like, you know, that's the thing, like, me and Jen have, like, all the time, like, you know, oh, when are you guys having kids? And it's like, no, we're not gonna do that, you know, that's not in our... It's not in our plan of, you know, to have kids. Like, we think about it, like, what are we gonna do when we're old people? Like... We don't
hire some kids.
It's like, I guess, you know.
Yeah, who's gonna call you Pat?
Right. Like, that's not a concern. Like,
I don't care about that.
Right. Like, I don't have that feeling of, I gotta pass my genes down. You know, I gotta, you know.
Man.
Father.
By the time you have kids, nobody's gonna want your genes.
Right.
They'll be old and worn out.
I mean, you know.
Don't wash them enough.
They probably wouldn't be in style by then anyway, or they'll come back in style. Who knows what's gonna happen?
I don't know. I never didn't want to have
What
kids.
was that?
I never didn't want to have kids. Like, I was just like, oh, if I have them, I have them. And now that I have them, I'm like...
I don't want these kids.
I love these things. No, dude, they're the cool... Like, I say it multiple times on the podcast. They're super dope. I love them to death.
Right.
My daughter's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, she's not my favorite. I don't have a favorite, but I love them all equally. But my daughter.
That's what all parents say.
I feel like all parents say that, but you have a favorite.
No.
Deep down,
every parent has a favorite.
No, I can't have a favorite because they all have their own like unique personality. And each one of them
until
like,
they get to high school
really
age.
Cool yeah.
Eventually, you'll have a favorite.
But my daughter, like, she uses cuss words like so accurately.
Right.
Like, I was getting her out of the truck the other day, and when I grabbed her out of her car seat, I went to pull her down, and her leg swung out and hit the corner of the door, and she said, "Fuck!" And I was like, I'm not even mad because you used that appropriately. Right. But then sometimes, like the other day, my wife was off of work, and she's sitting on the couch, and I'm sitting on the other couch, and my daughter comes in, and she's, like, stomping her feet up and down and, like, moving her arms, and she's going, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." She does one lap around the kitchen or our living room and then walks back into the kitchen. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? What version of Willy Wonka are we watching?
Right. I mean,
and that's great.
I feel like that's the thing that, like,
makes you want to have a kid.
Makes you want to have a kid. Like, all the funny stuff, like Sterling puts up all of the stories with his daughter and stuff like that. You're like, these are all funny. Like, that's the funny thing about having a kid. Like, you get to see all these quirky things and how their personality grows into who they are. You're like, that's great. You know, that would be awesome. Then you're like, what about all the other shit? You know, like the cleaning shit and the hearing the
screaming and the
the screaming's the worst.
But like, I mean, the good times outweigh the bad.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I feel like I would accidentally shake the shit out of a kid. You know, not on purpose.
No, it's super easy. All you have to do is not.
Right. You just don't shake a kid.
Yeah, but you know, I'd get frustrated. No, I mean, not saying like, don't trust me around your kids or anything like that.
You got a newborn baby. Let me see it. Oh, it's crying. Fuck this thing.
No, it's
reset.
Like, I'd get burnt out so fast with a kid around. Like, I get it, you know. Oh, this is your kid, and you're gonna feel different because it's your kid and stuff. It's like,
what if I don't?
Right. What if I don't get over it? Like, there's times with my dog, and I'm like, oh, he won't shut up. It's too fucking much, you know.
Right.
It's like,
and then you shake your dog.
Then I
you
shake the
piece
shit out
of
of my
shit.
dog. No, I'm not. Like, didn't you just hear before? If I hear a thing about a sad
That's an animal. I would never.
I would never do that to an
I'd
animal.
never shake it. I only
But a
kick it.
kid.
But I've never
kids.
seen a billboard that said never ever shake a puppy.
They love it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, no. Like, I mean, I'm just not a kid person. Like, I don't relate to kids. I've never been a kid.
Not even once?
Not even one time.
Just give it a shot.
The dude reverting his age back a year at a time.
Oh, no. It's like, I watched David's oldest when he was an infant, or, you know.
You didn't shake him?
I didn't shake him or anything like that, you know. But, like.
You lost your shit.
Like, I'm just like, I couldn't have this be my responsibility 24/7, 365, you know.
For
and have
18 years.
Well, it's not
forever,
really for.
I know.
Forever. For the rest of my life, hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just couldn't handle that kind of responsibility, you know? Like.
So much pressure.
Like, that's just not something that I want to. Like, I don't want to say, like, burden I don't want to put on my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not.
He's just painting this perfect picture. Everybody's like, dude, this dude's an asshole.
Right. Like, there's tons of people.
And we get it. There's people that, like, there's non-kid people and there's kid people. You
Right.
know?
And people put too much pressure on the people that don't want to have kids.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
It is what it is.
It's not, you know, in the cards. It's not
My
where
brother,
I wanna be.
my brother doesn't want to have kids.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time he should have kids.
Right.
This is super dope, dude.
That's
Right.
that's what you fuckers do.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, I mean, the honest parents will be like, seriously, don't have kids.
No, I'm an honest parent too. It's super dope. It fucking sucks sometimes, but it's
Right.
super dope. Like I
Yeah.
said, the good times outweigh the bad.
Right.
I'm not gonna say that having
Yeah.
children is a fucking ray of sunshine every day.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and people will paint that on the internet like, oh no, every day's beautiful, and I'm like, some days are bad.
Right. Yeah.
We've all experienced life.
Yeah.
Every day's not
Like,
good.
and
Right.
don't paint parents as bad parents because they say some days are bad. Like, don't be a
Right,
fucking
yeah.
dick.
It's like,
Like, some shit gets stressful.
yeah.
Right.
You know.
You know, all I'm saying
I'm not
is-
saying at any point do I ever love my kids less, but
Yeah.
God, sometimes I'm like, ah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, and it's not like all I'm saying is, I'm not pressuring anybody to not have kids, so why pressure somebody to have kids?
Man, it's almost like a religious debate.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
just have some kids already.
Right.
Weirdo.
Yeah. I mean, you know, religion.
I guess I'm just pressuring my brother because he's my brother.
Yeah.
But, like, other people, if you don't want to have kids, don't.
Right.
I'll tell you it's cool, but
Yeah.
if you don't want to have them, don't have them.
Well,
I mean, I'm still under that umbrella. If it happens, it happens.
yeah.
Because what I don't want is bad parents to have kids.
Right.
Right.
So if you're not going to take care of the bucks, don't have
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
Right.
if I had a kid, I would definitely
Sell it on eBay.
sell it. Well, I mean, they don't do. They would strike that down so fast.
What do you mean?
The black
A
market.
cabinet.
There you go.
You can buy a little Susie cabinet over here for just, you know,
$24,000.
$24,000. Oh boy, so stupid. You know, if I wanted a kid, I'd buy it on eBay like anybody else.
Right.
No, it's like, if anything, I'd just buy a fucking.
You know what you
whole
should do?
Series of dogs.
You said that you didn't want that responsibility
Yeah.
forever and always and all this shit. What you
Yeah.
should do is look into adoption
Yeah.
and adopt a 17-and-a-half-year-old child.
Oh, right.
You're like,
You
you got a half a year. You're on your own, buddy.
6 months, you're like, I love that kid. And off he goes, he's an
Right.
adult.
It's like, yeah, find your way.
Make him
Fine.
chip in for rent because he has a job. He's
Right.
Don't adopt a 17-year-old to have him help you pay rent. I mean, I'm your father. You fucking listen to what I'm telling you.
Oh, right. Oh, boy. Yeah.
They're like, why did you adopt 17-year-old kids?
Right.
Rent's expensive.
Right.
You know.
Raising the rates.
I mean, you know, you just get an army of 6-year-olds, start your own sweatshop. I'll be making my own clothing in no time.
It's not free labor. I have to pay for all this shit.
They get a wage, you know.
Macaroni and cheese.
Right.
And if
They
they're,
get
if they're really
fucking
good and
room.
make their quota, they get a sour gummy worm.
Right. It's like,
One per.
you know, and they work their way up to having their own bed to sleep in. It's all good, you know.
Oh, that sounds
But
horrible.
it's in the same 8x8 room as all the other kids.
And all the equipment that they work with.
Right. It's just a fold-out mattress
Oh,
on top
boy.
of the equipment. That's the bed frame.
I don't know what happened anymore.
Yeah, this is
None of
probably
this makes
good.
any
This
sense.
is probably
Well,
a good place
you
to end
know.
it.
You guys, don't
get-
cancel us.
I mean,
you
we
know.
go over an hour, it gets fucking weird.
I forget why I'm here. Do you know? If you do, and you enjoyed this over an hour of content that we made specially for you,
You specifically.
that guy over there
Yeah.
and his friend that's not paying attention, we're not going to talk about him because he's not cool. But we want you guys to fucking kill that gnat. Tell your
Come on.
friends and family's friends and friends' family to subscribe to this podcast that we do every week or so. My name's Steven.
I'm Twan.
And I'm Jake.
Bye, guys. Go to the barbecue and put the mustard on your hot dog and go to the zoo. I don't care. Come back next time.
And put the lotion on the skin. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
It's a Saturday on Sunday.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 4, 5, 6.
7.
12. All 12.
11.
Testicles. Testicles.
You want to bring my snare up a little bit?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
I need more snare in my left headphone.
I have no snare in my headphones.
Does that work?
Have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protested and demonstrated against. Picket signs for my wicked rhymes. Look at the times. Sick is the mind.
What?